We are doing 45 minutes of live side split stretching starting right now. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, because if I'm here every day trying to bring good vibes and you are here every day trying to bring good vibes into the chat, then inevitably we'll become a community. Anyways, we're here trying to do a little bit of stretching every single day. Hopefully the consistency, the community will keep you coming back, keep you energized, excited, and share the suffering a little bit with some other people so that you can make a whole bunch of progress towards your side split goals. I say you, but I really mean me too, because I'm still working on them as well. Let's get started. See a bunch of people coming in, so this is perfect timing. Spiel's over. Let's go do some warm up. Hip cars is how we're starting, and they look like this. We are using our muscles to lift and pull and move our legs to their maximum range of motion for now, using our own muscle power. So, high knee, open up that hip, keep it as high as you can, open it directly to the side, rotate the leg. I'm gonna spin around, you don't have to do anything at all. Rotate that leg around, hit horizontal first, and then go further. Rotate the knee down, bring the ankle up, up, and then relax that leg for a second, bring the leg down and back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, pull this leg down. That is one rep. We got 10 more of those on the left side. Then we're gonna do 10 on the right side. Then we're gonna reverse the order and do 10 on the left and 10 on the right. I hope you're ready, because it's time to go. Let's do it. High knee. Open up that hip. Rotate that leg, hit horizontal, go a little bit further, bring the ankle up, down and back. Oh, touching the wall. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. High knee, open, ankle horizontal, ankle up, down and back. That's 9, open, ankle up, down and back. 10. That is hip cars going forward on the left leg. Let's do hip cars going forward on the right leg. Ready, set, high knee. Open up that hip directly to the side. Rotate the leg up. Bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 2. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, last one, 10. Hip cars going forward, done. Time to go in reverse. In reverse, we're hitting basically all the same points, but it's in reverse order, so your brain might have a little bit of a fart, and that's absolutely a-okay. Let's talk it through. I'm gonna bring this leg down and back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. We're gonna lift first to the side. You can give a nice little kick if you want to feel like you're in a kung fu movie. And then from here, I want you to lift that ankle up way high as you can. Then bring it all the way down so that the knee is up as high as possible. Finally, bring the knee forward, and we are done with that first rep. If you've held it for a long time doing them slow, your muscles might get a little bit tired, might get a little crampy. Give yourself a little light massage to release those muscles a little bit, do a little dance. And when you're ready, let's go back into our 10 on the left and 10 on the right, going backwards. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. I think that's 3. Ankle up, ankle down, knee. 4. Ankle up, ankle down, knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10. Oh, that's hip curls. Going backwards. We've done 10 reps. One last leg. We are 75% of the way there. That's the last 25. Let's do it. High knee. Open up that hip directly to the side. Keep the knee high. Oh, sorry. I went forwards. We're going backwards. My bad. I think I did the same thing yesterday. Bring the leg back. Flex the hamstrings. Flex the glutes. Lift directly to the side. Give a little snapping kick for funsies. From here, rotate the ankle up as high as you can. Bring it all the way down. Lift the knee high and bring that knee forward. That is one rep. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. I think that's 3. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 4. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 5. 6. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 7. 8. Almost done. 9. Last one. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 10 hip cars. Going forward, left and right. Going backwards, left and right. We are done with the first warm-up exercise. Grab a sip of water. If you're starting to sweat, good. Excellent. This is the warm-up, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the blood pumping, the heart pumping, and us muscles, our muscles, ready for some stretches. Lulu, welcome back. Galleta, welcome back. Che, Gwendolyn, welcome, welcome. Tiffany, send some roses. Thank you, thank you. And let's see. Anything else in the comments I need to address? Anytime I see this live, I immediately jump up and join along. Thank you for this. Amazing. That's awesome. That's the goal. The goal is to make it fun and compelling and have people get a little bit of exercise, get a little bit of stretching done every single day. Whew, okay. I think that's most of the chat. Let's go. I tried to talk and drink water at the same time. That did not go well. Okay, we're doing some elephant walk. What that means, at least for our starting position, is we're trying to get into an L shape. We're trying to fold at the hips, and if you can get to this 90-degree position, great. If you're a little bit higher up, that's okay. It's part of the process. I want you to try to bring your belly button down as low as you can go. Again, I say belly button very intentionally because I want you to focus on bringing this part of your body down. Your chest and your head can come down and do a whole bunch of crazy things, but that does not change where your belly button is and what your hips are doing. So don't focus on bringing the chest or the head down. That just puts a lot of pressure on your back. Focus on bringing the belly button down. Cool? From here, we've probably hung out for a couple of seconds. That's good. You can start giving yourself a little bit of movement, a little bit of wiggle. Feel that hamstring tighten up and get a little uncomfortable. And we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. Just a little bit longer. Now, we're gonna start really bending one knee and straightening out the other leg. We're gonna move. This is the elephant walk. You can widen your stance, you can reduce the width of your stance. It doesn't really matter that much as long as you are feeling like there is both a stretch and you're doing some moving and it feels a little weird in the leg, and that weirdness gets a little bit easier to handle as you do more of them, then you're making progress, and that's all that matters. Keep on bringing that belly button as low as you can go. Focus on keeping the belly button low. It's not about the chest. It's not about the head. Belly button. We're going to do a couple more seconds of these as they get more smooth and comfortable. You can experiment. Bring your legs together. Bring your legs apart. See how that changes. Which of the tingly sensations get adjusted when I bring my legs really close together like this. I feel it a lot more right in the middle of my thigh in the back. When I have my legs a little bit wider apart, there's a pull, but it's not quite the same. It's not nearly as intense. When my legs are together, it almost like snaps a little bit. So just play around, figure out what is feeling weird, and give those muscles a little bit of love. a little bit of friction, make them work their butts off in your leg. I like to think of it as a light massage for the muscles inside your leg because they're just rubbing and crushing and bouncing all over the place on top of each other. And that helps, hopefully, to have them move a little bit smoother later on. Okay, we've done a whole bunch of those. Come on up. Check out the toes. Your toes, your calves might be a little bit tingly because we've been working on that for a little bit now. Let's do some thoracic rotations. We're gonna get into the same basic position. We're gonna open our legs, hips width apart, fold forward. Then we're gonna reach across to the other side of our body. Sorry, we're gonna bend one leg. We're gonna straighten out the other leg. We're gonna reach across to the straightened leg. We're gonna push against that straightened part. Rotate the chest to the straightened side. So in this case, my right leg is straight. My chest is rotating to the right. My right arm is going up into the sky. And I am looking back at it with my eyeballs. And my neck is turned to the right. Ooh. Okay. That's one side. Let's do the other. So switch. Now my right knee is bent. My left leg is straight. My right hand is going across to the left side. Chest is rotating to the left. Arm is extending up to the left and behind me. Head is rotating to the left. Reach, 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 reach. Oh, come back down. Whew. That is one. Let's do a total of 5. Reach. Reach. That's 2. 3. 4. Okay, one last one. 5. Reach, 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 reach. Reach, 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 reach. Since we only do 5, I want you to try your best to reach a little bit further every single time and end that last one with the deepest reach that you can get out of that rotation. Since we're only doing 5, it's probably possible for you to keep going and reach a little bit further every time. If we're doing like 10 or 20, maybe not so much, but for the first 5, I think you can pull it off. All right, those are the thoracic rotations. That is the end of our second warm-up exercise. We're gonna get into part 3, the hard part, the Cossack switches. For the Cossack switches, you can start by standing in a decently wide position. Nothing has to be perfect at the moment. Point your toes out 30, 45-ish degrees. And we're gonna try our best to squat down to one side. You can let this foot slide out to wherever comfortable. And I want you to get something like this. All right? I want you to focus for a second on this right here, the Achilles tendon, the calf stretch extending from the Achilles tendon. I want you to feel pressure in the front of the ankle because your knee is traveling in front of your toes, and your hips are feeling a whole bunch of pressure because you're squished so dope and low to the ground. I'm trying to say deep, and I combined it with the word low at the same time. Low. From here, your quads are probably firing. They're probably on fire. So we're gonna finally come down and squish as low to the ground as we can. Right here. Squish. In this part, if your heels come up, it is totally, absolutely fine. The goal is just to squish as low as you can to compress those joints so that it's easier to hang out in this position in a little bit. On this side, right here, we got heel down, toes up, knees up. This is called leg external rotation. And we need to do this in order to get our thigh bone to move out of the way of our hip bone so that we can actually do the side split. Otherwise, the bones are gonna smash into each other and it's gonna be not fun. Whew. So, leg external rotation. Toes up, heels down. Cool? From here, we're gonna scoot our butts over to the other side. You can place your hands down and give yourself a little wiggle as you come over to the other side. Same thing on the other side. For a second or two, I want you to really feel this Achilles tendon, this calf stretch, the pressure in the ankle, pressure in the hip. Feel those quads firing. And then sit your butt down. Or rest your hamstrings on your calves, squish down, and hopefully get into a position where your quads are not firing nearly as much, aka sit your butt down. From here, same thing, heels down, toes up, knees pointing up. We're gonna chill here for a little bit, to be fair, to either side, to both sides, and let's talk about what we're gonna do next. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop from side to side to side to side to side. We're gonna do 10 reps. I'm gonna do 2 to demonstrate some form, and then you guys can hop in, and then we're gonna do 10 more. Ready? What I want you to try your best to do is plant this feet. I want you to try your best. If you can't get it, it's absolutely a-okay. From here, I want your heel mostly down. As you come over to the other side, I want you to plant the feet and to switch so that the other side's heel is up. If you can't pull that off just yet, your balance isn't quite there, totally okay. We want to keep the hips low as you come over to the other side. And I want you to pause for half a second, 1 second, here on the other side, and then start over, keep coming back. You can stick your arms out to help balance wherever that needs to go. But if you're struggling, you can always put your hands down to give yourself a little bit of support to help yourself get to the other side. And that, I believe, is 2 reps. So come on in, let's go. Hands down, bring your butt over to the other side, sink deep into that position. Try to keep your heels down and this heel also down. Come back over. This is number 1. If you're feeling strong, you can try your best to do it without hands. Here's 2 and 3. If you're feeling super ultra strong, you can try to stand up super straight. Come on over to the other side. Extend your arms for balance. And I think that's 3 and 4. I have kind of lost count. 5, 6. We want to squish down nice and deep. Work that hip mobility as much as we can. 7. If your knees are starting to hurt, by the way, you can come up to sort of a squatting position, come over to the other side, and then sink down into the stretch. So squat, over, sink. Or alternatively, come into a full standing position, and then sink down slowly. I have now officially completely lost count, but I think that's either 9 or 10. So in the case that it was 9, here's 1 more. Maybe 2 more? 2 more. I don't know what's going on anymore. All right, cool, we're done. Get out of there. That is the Cossack switch. I hope you feel like your hips are super tired, your legs are super tired, because that was the point. And I hope you feel like you accessed some new mobility deep down here in this squished, extended position. Wow, great job. We just finished our warm-up exercises. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I hope you grab a sip of water as well. And please go grab a little bit of a cushion or drop a cushion on the floor, because we are going to move on into our stretches. We have 5 stretches. The first stretch is a hamstring stretch, and we set it up a little bit like this. We're dropping down to 1 knee, extending the leg we want to stretch in front of us, and we're folding the belly button down towards the upper thigh. All right? For that reason, I recommend you grab a cushion. It could be an old flip-flop, it could be some sneakers, it could be a pet bed, it could be a couch cushion. As long as you don't care about it being on the floor, it's good. Cool? All right, I'm gonna check the chat real quick while people get things and drink water. My heart always increases before we go to hamstring. Is that because we do the Cossack switch and that gets your blood pumping and your heart rate up? Or is that because you have a fear of the hamstring, because the hamstring is so painful and evil? Sarah says, basically a squat with toes, knees pointing outwards as deep as you can go side to side. That is basically it. Yeah, that's what a Cossack switch is. It's a squat on 1 leg for the most part, and going as low and deep as you can go to get as much hip mobility and strength built from that deep position. And it's tiring. It's very tiring. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna keep on scrolling real quick. What's the modification for the squish side to side squat thing? Oh, okay. What is the Oh, that's what you're responding to. Okay. So if your knees are hurting and you're struggling to get your body from side to side, then I recommend you come up halfway, come up 3/4 of the way, come up however high you need to in order to make it more comfortable for your knees to go from side to side. Most of the pain and discomfort is probably going to come from squishing your way over to the other side while you're deep and low in this position, both in your hips and in your knees. So if you come up a little bit, you reduce some of that pressure on your knees and your hips, and then you can try to squish back down. You don't have to actually get as low as I'm getting every single rep. Get as low as you can for you. And if that means you're just here, that's totally fine. It just means that your quads are going to fire way harder. The lower you get, the easier it is for your hamstrings to rest on your calves, and it's actually easier to hang out really low than it is to hang out sort of halfway. Because right now, these muscles in your quads are firing really hard to keep you balanced. Whew. All right. Scroll. Abby's Horizon says, what does this do? Ooh. The Cossack switches do a combination of things. One, this leg over here, squished down, this is in perfect position, especially with the toes up, heels down. This is basically a side split on one side of your body. And every time you switch from side to side, you get much stronger in this deep squat position. So you can take that and turn it into a double leg deep squat position. Helps you sit on the floor, carry babies, pet dogs and cats and things, wherever you need to be low on the ground for. Get stuff from underneath the kitchen sink, drawers from underneath your kid's bed or whatever it is. If you can hang out in this position more comfortably, then you won't be like this on your knees, having your knees suffer on the floor. I'm just making up stuff as we go. The other thing is this is a 45-minute live side splits stretching show, and the goal here is to get some side splits. So what we are trying to do here on this side is to build some strength in these positions, and the stronger you are, the easier it will be for your muscles to chill and relax so you can get into the side split. So that is what this is all about. Whew. Okay, I think that's enough comments. It's time to get into some hamstring stretch. Let's go. We're gonna use cushion. If you haven't grabbed one yet, please go get it. It's not absolutely necessary, but it helps, makes things a lot easier. I just said if you can hang out in a squat, you don't have to be kneeling. So don't kneel, get a cushion. Let's go. The hamstring stretch that we're gonna do has the hips pointing forward, the shoulders pointing forward, the head, I guess, pointing forward, the leg pointing forward. If you are struggling a little bit with balance from side to side, you can slightly widen the stance and have the leg go a little bit further out, both the back leg and the front leg, to give you a little bit more stability. But what we're doing next is we're taking this belly button, we're folding it down, we're feeling the hamstrings tightening up, and I'm gonna spin to the side so you can see a little bit more clearly. And ta-da, that's it. This is what we're doing. Your hamstrings are gonna tighten up. It's gonna get progressively more intense, and I want you to take a big inhale, then exhale slowly, and see if you can fold the belly button down a little bit deeper. Nope, not your chest, not your head. Belly button is coming a little bit deeper. Okay, let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. If your knees are immediately starting to feel achy, you can give them a slight bend. And if you do give them a slight bend, try even harder to bring your belly button lower to that leg. All right, that's it. One more inhale, exhale. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Sink further into that stretch. Fold, 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 fold. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Oh, come on up out of that stretch. Breathe, chill, and switch it for the other leg. Drop it down to one knee, widening your stance just enough to help you balance. Focus on bringing the belly button down to the ground. It's not about your chest. It's not about your head. That's putting a lot of pressure on your back that you don't need. It's all about your belly button coming down. All right, let's go. Get into position, ready to breathe. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Now that your hamstrings are super tight, take a couple of normal breaths. Try your best to relax. And we're going to do one more inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25. 24. 23. 22. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Bring that belly button down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Ah, that's the hamstring stretch. We're done. Come on out of it. Pull your legs in. Get rid of the cushion. You don't need it anymore. Oh, that is number 1 of our 5 stretches. We are moving right on into stretch number 2. It is called the butterfly. I recommend you do this against the wall. I'm going to make sure that is off. And I'm going to face you for a little bit, and I'm going to spin around and use this wall because I have changed the camera angle a little bit, so it might be easier to see. From here, we are resting our hips, our shoulder, our head against the wall. Again, this nice straight posture supported by the wall. We are pulling our feet in towards our bodies, trying to bring them as close to the hips as we can get. And you might notice your knees are really high up. That is normal. And the goal of this stretch is to bring the knees down as low as you can bring them. So I want you to start by flexing these muscles on the outer thigh and the glutes to help pull open those knees. Bring them down towards the ground. Once you have started that process and your knees have come down a little bit and your groin area is feeling the stretchedness, we're going to take our hands. We're going to apply a little bit of pressure just below the knee. We're going to push down. You start feeling some pressure in your shoulders, in the back of your head, and that is basically the wall keeping you from falling backwards. Let's go. That is it. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, I'm going to spin around, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, let the hands go. Relax for a second. If your legs feel like they're stuck in place, you can give them a light wiggle, a gentle tap, and get them moving again. Take a couple seconds to breathe. And once your legs have recovered some ability to move, it's time to get up, and we're going to move on right into stretch number 3, the standing pancake. The standing pancake looks a little bit like this in the setup. We're opening up our legs decently wide, nothing crazy. We're folding forward at the hips. And if it looks like you're just trying to touch your toes, but your legs are a little bit further open, that is exactly what we are doing. We are trying to keep that back relatively straight, trying to fold forward at the hips, bring the belly button down towards the ground. Again, it's not about the chest, it's not about the head coming down, it's about the belly button coming down. All right? Whew. That's the standing pancake. If you need a slightly easier variation, and you'll know if you need a slightly easier variation because your legs are shaking and you can't hold yourself up, you can do a variation where instead of just floating in the sky, you can rest your butt on the wall. And if you rest your butt on the wall, it makes you feel a little bit stable and your muscles fire a little less hard because they don't have to do all the work of keeping you balanced. Cool? If that version is also too hard, you can take a seat in a chair. Make sure that chair is secured and doesn't go sliding around from underneath you. And you can get right back into this position and fold forward. So from here, once you've chosen or am sticking with a standing version of this stretch, I want you to stick your butt a little bit further back behind you. I want you to bring the belly button down, and I want you to stick your arms out above your head as much as you can to help pull yourself down. Every inch that you extend, gravity is going to pull you down just a little bit harder. Cool? That's it. We're going to get here. I'm going to fold at the hips. We're going to try and bring our belly button down towards the ground. Gravity is going to give us a lot of assistance. When it's too much, you can put your hands down. That's it. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And if you are excited about going deeper into that stretch, you can go deeper by extending your legs out to either side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we're done. Put your hands down. Wiggle your legs in, heel, toe, heel, toe. Come back into some sort of form of standing. If you're just wobbling around, almost limping, that's okay too. That is the third of our 5 stretches. I want you to try and shake out that leg, relax some of the tension on the inner thigh and the hamstrings in that glute-ish area. And while you take a second to relax, we're going to talk about what's coming up next. We are done with 3 of our 5 stretches. We got 1 more regular stretch, and then we're going to do 3 rounds of side splits. The next stretch is the pigeon or the figure 4, and it looks a little bit like this. We're bringing the ankle across the body to make something that looks vaguely like the number 4. We're going to bring that ankle up towards the chest and belly button, or I guess you can bring the belly button down towards the leg. And what we are trying to stretch is here on the outside of the hip, on the outside of this glute, right here. We got 2 variations. We got the pigeon or the figure 4 stretch. The pigeon, if you've done any yoga or watched some yoga videos, it looks a little bit like this. We're bringing the leg across the body. We're folding over that leg, and we're keeping the hips low while we bring the belly button and the chest down over that leg. You might also feel a little bit of a stretch on the inside of your leg and in the hamstrings. That is pigeon. And I think, since I've already explained it, let's just go ahead and do that. From here, we got 2 options. If you are having difficulty extending the leg behind you, don't. Just keep your knees bent. If you can, try to extend that leg behind you. And it might be helpful if you imagined that you were just rolling over into the stretch instead of getting into it normally. That way, your hips stay low the whole entire time, and you're not doing anything like this, which will force your hips to stretch out. If you are folded the whole time, it should be okay. Otherwise, you can elevate this front leg and there'll be more space in the hip for your legs to go backwards. I hope that makes sense, because we are starting with this pigeon stretch. Let's go. Keep the hips low to the ground. Bring the ankle directly diagonally across your body and bring that chest and belly button down. Open position, because we're starting 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. You can experiment. You can try and straighten out that back and see if you feel more of a stretch when your back is straight, or you can try to flop down and relax and see if this relaxing position feels a little bit better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that is the pigeon on one side. We're going to switch on over to the other side and pigeon on the other. Again, we're bringing the ankle across the body. We're bringing our chest down towards the midpoint between the knee and the ankle. And we're trying to keep the hips low first, then we're folding down. Ready? 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, we're almost done, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on up out of that stretch. That is the pigeon. I hope you felt the stretch in the outer side glute, outer side hip area. And you're ready to move on because it's time for some side splits. Grab a sip of water, relax for a second. I have not come over to the chat in quite a bit, so I'm going to come check what is up over here. Yurik asks, are you also streaming on Twitch or TikTok? Yes, I am doing TikTok at the same time. Oh, Foxy Roxy has answered that question for me. Thank you. All right, what's going on in the chat? Oh man, I've missed a lot. There's a bunch of stuff. Give me a second. I'm scrolling. Ganowski says here. Welcome back. Sarah, welcome back to you as well. Scrolling down. It hoits. Indeed. I'm skipping this one. I don't know which one you're skipping. Which one are you skipping? Was it the pigeon just now? Or was it something that happened a little bit earlier? Oh, wait, this is super early. I have scrolled way far to the top. Whoops. Whoops. Chris says, these stretches are awesome. Wow, I already feel better. Amazing. Melody Piper is back and says, I'm late. Hello. Sarah says, hey, pancakes were easier for me today. Amazing. That feels good, doesn't it? Making a little bit of progress. Adriana asks, what if my toe hurts? If your toe hurts, that's going to make a lot of things harder because your toe is very important for helping you to stay balanced. It's possible to do most of these things without your toe because when your foot is planted properly, the right underneath your big toe, right underneath your pinky and your heel forms a tripod. So it is possible to do them without your toes, but having your toes work is very useful. Try your best without using your big toe at all. As you can see, I can lift my big toe off the ground, and I can also still do the Cossack switches without them. But it requires you adjusting the rest of your body to accommodate. So it might not make any sense because you're gonna have to learn a slightly different way of doing it altogether so that your big toe is not involved, and maybe that's not worth it. It depends. It depends on if you want to get really good at not relying on your big toe. So when your big toe is back, you'll be super extra ridiculously strong. Or if you want to just give your toe a little bit of time to recover. Because if you're trying not to use your big toe and then you accidentally use your big toe, it might just make whatever sprain injury going on with your toe a little bit worse, and that might not be worth it at all. So you're going to have to decide at your own risk what you think you want to do. Okay, back to the comments. That is if your toes hurt. All right, I'm scrolling. I'm not seeing much in the chat for the next couple of seconds. So we're moving on. All right, let's get into some side splits. I don't think I actually drank any water. For the side splits, the reason why we're here, all of this build up is for the side splits. We've done a ton of warm up to get our muscles ready, warmed up, relaxed-ish. We do the splits, we do all the stretches, and those stretches specifically target muscles that we need for the side splits, but we take them even further than the side splits normally would take them, so that they're extra prepped, extra prepared for the side splits. Aside from the inner leg stretch in the pancake, that I think the splits went. Let's talk safety. When we fall forwards, it's cool, we got hands, and in fact, we spend a lot of time in this position trying to get into the side splits. But if we start falling backwards, it gets a little bit scary. You're like, whoa, what's behind me? I'm gonna fall. And we don't want you to be all afraid of busting your butt, all right? So I recommend you stand either 6 to 12 inches in front of a table or 6 to 12 inches in front of a wall. I recommend a wall because the wall is a little bit more stable and predictable, and a table might shake or move around. Same for any other piece of furniture. So if you have access to a wall, I recommend you stand just a little bit in front of the wall so that if you start falling backwards, you're like, oh no, what's happening? And you fall backwards. The wall is there to keep you safe. Just make sure to tuck your head so your head doesn't smash into the wall first. Cool? All right. Let's get into some side splits. Open up those legs as wide as you can without feeling discomfort at the hips. If they're uncomfortable here already, come on up just a little bit and focus on folding forward. Once you are folded forward, then you can do wider legs if you want. From here, we're gonna put our hands down and we're gonna treat it like we're about to do a push-up. We're not doing it for a push-up. We're doing it so that some of the weight in your body is going forward into your arms so that there's less weight in your legs. Why do we want less weight in our legs? To make it easier to do this. I'm gonna scoop my butt back so you can see what my legs are doing. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. This is called leg external rotation. We need to do it in order to get our thigh bones to not smash into our hip bones. And that lets us sit up into this position. Woo. Walk your hands back towards your hips, put that weight back into your legs, and we are in basically our first side split position. From here, I want you to try your best to do a little wiggle from side to side. I know it's hard. We're gonna try and break the friction, holding our feet back and keeping us in a less deep side split. And that's it. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ooh, I fell backwards. Luckily, I had a table there to keep my butt from falling all the way to the ground. It was just another 3 inches further. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay, walk your hands forward. Come on out of that stretch. Bring your knees in. Ooh. And we're gonna chill on the floor for a second. It just occurred to me, I have not reminded y'all what we're doing. So there are people in here that are like, wait, what? What is this? We're doing 45 minutes of live side split stretching. And we do this every day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community. And hopefully if we suffer enough together with a bunch of other people and try to make it as fun as possible, we'll make a whole bunch of progress in our side split goals. If that sounds fun, hit follow, hit subscribe, do all those cool things, keep coming back. We are live every day at 9 p.m. Eastern. Whew. All right, come on up, get out of that. We had plenty of time to recover into a standing position. We're gonna shake it out. What we just did was put a whole bunch of tension into our legs, into our hips, and now we're gonna try and undo as much tension as possible so that when we get into round 2 of the side splits, they will be a little bit more chill than otherwise. Shake it out. We're gonna flick the legs out And we're gonna shake them, we're gonna wiggle them, we're gonna flop them around, make them turn into jello. This is basically forcing our muscles to act in a way where they have to be relaxed. If they were tight and they were tense, you would work a little bit more like a robot. But we are trying to become jello, floppy noodles, floppy overcooked ramen, and we want to shake, wiggle, flop at least 5 to 10 seconds on each leg. But if you are just starting out, it can look a little bit like this, and you can spend a little bit more time in it. If you're a little bit more advanced now, you can shake it out, flop, wiggle, work those hips, and take it a little bit more intensely. That is how we are relaxing after the first side split. Check your hips out a little bit if they need it. Give it a little bit of a light massage. My hips are always a little bit tender after the side splits. And let's go. It's time for side split number 2. Get in front of your wall, get in front of your table, get in front of whatever the thing is that you're gonna fall back into if you need a little bit of assistance. And let's get into side split number 2. Open up those legs. Doesn't have to hurt at the hips right now. We are folding. We're opening up the legs as it makes sense to do. Put your hands down on the floor. Put some weight into your arms so that it's easier to externally rotate the legs. Your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are up, heels are down, toes are up, knees are up. Walking the hands back towards your hips, letting your legs slide further out as much as they can. From here, we're basically in a side split, but we're gonna try and make it a little bit better with a little wiggle from side to side. Break the friction holding your feet back from moving. Okay. That's it. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. You can add in that wiggle again at any time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Walk your hands forward. Pull your knees in. Kneel. Give your hips a little bit of a break. Relax, breathe, chill. And when you can, come back into standing and let's shake out the legs. Like I said in round 1, you can start with a gentle shake. Just imagine you're flicking water off of your hands, off of your feet after coming out of a swimming pool or a river or a pond or whatever you're swimming in. Shaking the water out. Shake, 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 shake. Keep on going. 5, 10 seconds on each leg. The more gentle your shake is, the more time you should spend on it. The more floppy and wiggly your leg can get. Probably means you can spend a little bit less time in it, but hey, spend 10 seconds on that leg too. Shake, 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 flop, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle. Shake, 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 flop, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle. Whew. And when your legs are feeling okay, give those hips a light massage. Give them a little love. And let's get ready for side split number 3. Actually, we're already on side split number 3. Let's take a little bit of extra time to give our legs some extra love so we can make the most of this third and final side split. Keep shaking. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. One more time. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. Okay. Side split number 3. Let's go. Stand in front of the whatever. It's gonna keep you safe when you fall backwards. Try not to fall backwards, but if you do, it's always good to have a little bit of a safety net. Open up those legs. Doesn't have to hurt in the hips. Fold forward. Put your hands down. Take some pressure off your legs so you can externally rotate them, which means your heels are down, your toes are up, and your knees are up. gonna scoot a little bit further back so the camera can capture that. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are up. We are walking the hands back towards our hips. If your butt is resting against the wall, resting against the table leg, that is absolutely a-okay. Gives you a little bit of support. And we're gonna wiggle from side to side. Get a little bit deeper. It's time for our third and final side split. Let's do it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. I found a perfect use for this table leg. I can almost sit up perfectly straight for the first time ever. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk your hands forward. If that third and last one was a little intense, that is totally normal. We just did 3 of them. Pull your knees in. Chill, relax, breathe, do all those, whatever you need to do, just relax. Take your time. And when the suffering in the hips has ended, come on back up into standing. We're gonna shake it out one last time. Get your body to relax so that you can, go to bed properly and not be like, whoa, my leg doesn't work. What's going on? Shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Spend some extra time here. We have done 3 rounds of side splits. So give it some extra love. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. If your shaking hasn't gotten as aggressive as mine has, outside of bending at the knee and flopping at the ankle, you can put the balls of your feet down a little bit, just maybe your toe even, doesn't have to be the full thing, and do a little wiggle from side to side. If you are relaxed enough, try not to have any weight on this leg, by the way, so if you lean over onto something else, if you rotate the leg a little bit, your quads will flop around, your hamstrings might flop just a little bit, maybe your calves will flop a little bit, and that will help your hips to relax a little bit. Same thing on this side. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, flop, flop. I called this Stanky Leg Junior yesterday. It's a little bit off, but junior. Okay, shake out that leg. If your hips are feeling good, if you're feeling more or less normal again, then we're good to stop. But if you want, you can always add in a little bit more shaking. My left hip needs a little bit more love, I think. So I'm gonna give a little bit more shaking, a little bit more wiggling, a little bit more flopping, and there we go. Boom, that feels better. We're gonna do a couple of joint checks real quick, just to make sure everything is working as it is supposed to and the coordination in your body is there. We're gonna start with some hip circles. Nice and round, really stretch out those hip muscles that we've been massaging with our fists. Oh. Go both ways. And we're gonna do some high knees. Make sure the hip flexors in the front of your body is working. Then we're gonna pop into a little bit of a deep squat here. Fold at the hips, sit your butt down, put some pressure into the knees, put some pressure into the ankles, put some pressure on those toesies. Do a little bit of a calf raise if you can. And if you've done all those things and everything is working more or less normal for you, then we are all done. We are wrapped up. That is it. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in to practice consistency, doing 45-ish. I have no idea how many minutes it's been of live side splits, stretching. We do this every day to practice consistency, build a little community. Hopefully, coming in, practicing enough, having the community to keep it a little bit more fun and less just pure suffering helps you and me to make a whole bunch more progress towards our side split goals. If that is something you want, if that's something you want to pursue in the new year, perhaps, then hit follow, hit subscribe, keep on coming back while I crawl towards the camera and start reading the chat. Whew. I'm gonna get rid of, that's not supposed to happen. Whoops. All right, that is everything. I'm gonna turn off the lights so that it is not as ridiculously bright in my face. And I'm gonna review some chat. I'm gonna see the very bottom. Gayeta says, ending 2025 strong. Absolutely. My goal is to do every single day straight through the end of the year and then keep going. So I guess not stopping at all. But I'm not planning to miss a day. And if you are as crazy as me, feel free to join in and follow along and not miss a single day. But if you have plans, that makes a lot of sense. Don't stick around for my plans. Gayeta says, ending 2025 strong. I will be here. Great. I will see you. Sarah says, these ending stretches are my fave. So I guess the side splits are your favorite? Because this is the second to last message, so must be the side splits. Or are we talking about the shaking out and the wiggling? The wah, 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 wah. Because I enjoy those too. Shrew says, you're so freaking strong, Ken. Jeez, I was slipping and sliding. I assume we're talking about the side splits? Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. Slipping and sliding is totally normal, and it really depends on how grippy your floor is. If you have a really slippery floor and you have slippery feet, I guess, then you're going to have very little friction holding you back from slipping, and it's going to feel a lot scarier, actually. So I prefer a floor with a little bit more grip. It is harder to make a little bit of progress at the very end when you can't like apply force, when you're like trying to wiggle into something a little bit deeper, but having a little bit of friction, keeping your feet from just sliding out, feels a lot safer. It feels like you're in control rather than being like, I have no control, my legs are sliding, it's so scary. So, where am I going with this? Maybe you want to mop your floors or, slightly wipe the floors with a little bit of water right before you get into them, not to make the floor more slippery, but to have that like post evaporation grippiness between your skin and the floor where like, it's like sort of tacky when there's a little bit of moisture, but when there's too much moisture, it's like slippery. You can try and aim for that level of grippiness. I don't know if that would make any sense doing it while the live is going, because we do like 35, 40 minutes before we get to that point, and it'll probably be dry by then. But you can experiment with that when you're not doing the live and maybe get a little bit more grippiness from the floor. Whew. Gayeta says, last one was tough. Ganowski says, yay, we did it. Oh, yeah, Gayeta and Ganowski, let me know. Did you feel like not having all of the joint checks in the middle, the extensive shaking, and like the hip stuff this time around, was it necessary? Was it useful in the previous rounds? Or do you think we could skip it permanently and just keep on moving and crank out the side splits and then do all that stuff at the end? That was a long question. The format has changed. We've got less shaky, relaxing joint testing in the middle of each side split, in between each side split. Is that good or is that bad? Sarah says, let's go. Thank you so much, Ken. Esama says, day 5 for me. Amazing. Incredible. I love it. IMS that for 30 seconds or 90 seconds. Albert Pilgrim asked about something, and I'm not sure what it is, but the only thing that we do for 90 seconds is we do 3 rounds of 30 seconds of the side split. So that does add up to 90 seconds. Each round is 30 seconds. And yeah, that's all I got for that question. Glassy Finger says, can I see the angle from the back for education purposes? I'm not sure if that's a joke or not, but I can show you a side view. When we're doing the side splits, it's essentially sticking the butt slightly behind. We're trying to tilt the hips in so that your back is rounding, your back is arched here, and we're trying to get as low as possible. And so from the front, it looks like however you see me normally when we do it from the front, but from the side, it looks a little bit more like this. So if you're wondering why we talk so much about external rotation of the legs, it's basically to get into this position. Oh man, as soon as I get out of side split, I lose it. It's basically to get into this position and then lift your butt up a little bit so that gravity can help pull your legs down. And to keep your chest upright, at least from the front, it looks like it's upright. Your back is doing something a little bit like this. Cool. Oh. Okay. That position. Cool. I'm scrolling. Oh, Gladys is asking for a modification for the pigeon because it's hard for the knee to be at that angle. Got it. Okay. Modification for the pigeon in that way is a little bit more difficult. But if your knee can't go all the way down, for example, you can have a little bit of a yoga block here and elevate the knee and give that a little bit of support to come down a little bit like this. Alternatively, you can also do the yoga block the other way. I'm pretty sure this makes it more intense rather than less intense. So if you elevate one ankle versus elevate the knee versus the ankle, that will change the pressure a little bit as you do it on the floor. That would be the easiest change. It will be super simple, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you a more complicated one. If you elevate that front leg and you do the same thing, it might change sort of the angle that you're applying the pressure with. If you're doing something that feels more similar to a standing variation, you might have a little bit more control because you're not just flopped over your leg. And doing those tweaks and adjustments will be a little bit more trial and error to see what works better for your hip. But in general, the basic thing is you elevate the knee or you elevate the ankle to see what is more comfortable for your knee. Cool? I imagine it's elevating your knee. It's gonna make it a little bit easier. Chris says these stretches are awesome. Wow, I already feel better. Okay, I've read these, so I'm gonna scroll all the way back down and see what is up. Sarah says, yeah, lol. Okay, cool. We got lots of people that's gonna be coming back for the end of 2025 right here. Sarah, that's clever. Larry A. Watkins says, good. Amazing. Okay, Chase says, I like them in between, but I don't understand. I understand, so maybe you can keep doing them, but wait until the end. Okay, so Che is responding to my question about when we do the joint checks. I like the joint checks a little bit in the middle, not because we need to do the joint checks. I know they're not critical because you'll know when you're shaking out your leg whether or not your leg hurts. But I like them because it gives you more time to rest in between. And without them, it feels like there's just an emptiness, a void, and we're waiting for something to happen. And I generally want you to be able to relax and wait a little bit so your muscles can refresh and get ready for the next round. So that is the reason why they were in there to begin with, just to give you something to do so that you're mentally not being like, oh, we're just waiting for something to happen. I don't know why I don't know why I used that voice for that. But I got some feedback that it feels like there's a lot going on in between the side split sets and that it's a little confusing. So I wanted to try out both and see if they made a difference or not. Maybe we're taking way too much time relaxing in between. And the last couple of days, we have been shortening the in-between recovery chunk to see if it makes a huge difference. I have not noticed a significant difference. My hips are a little bit more tender though, so that could be the difference and it's in the recovery. But I do think that's partially because on the weekends I'm doing 4 rounds instead of 2. So that might be why my hips are also tender. I'm not sure yet, and I guess I'll find out after a couple more weekends. In the end, you can give a good explanation like you are. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Che. Very useful. Gladys says, perfect, thank you. And we have come to the bottom of the chat. So I think it is time to wrap up. I'm gonna check the YouTube chat as well. And it seems like that is done as well. Okay. Sarah says 4 rounds. You wanna continue? We can go do more side splits. I think it's time. It is 11:05. Oh, we're doing good on time. It's 65 minutes in. Only 20 more minutes beyond what I promised at 45. But hopefully a bunch of it was Q&A, so you don't feel like I was too off. I am trying to get that time down to 45 minutes so that we can wrap up with 15 minutes of chit chat at the end and total an hour. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you feel proud of yourself for getting that workout done. I hope you feel good and now you're starting to relax so that you can prepare for your, bedtime activities. Because for some of you, it is 9 or 10 p.m. now. I hope you had fun. I hope you're feeling good. I hope to see you soon because we are back in like 23 hours and you should be there. If you had fun, we do 45 minutes of live side split stretching every single day to practice consistency because consistency is the most important thing that we do. And we do this together every day online so that we can have other people join in and we can build a little bit of community because it's a lot more fun to do hard things when you're not suffering on the floor all by yourself being sad, right? Hopefully you're enjoying the good vibes. Hopefully you're bringing in your own good vibes into the chat, and hopefully we make a whole bunch of progress towards our side split goals. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the workout, and I hope to see you soon, aka tomorrow, or at least the day after tomorrow. Come on back. All right, that's it for me. Thank you everybody for the lovely comments. Jeff Hall says, I have watched you live for 100 minutes. Do you get a notification when you're like, when you have accomplished that as a viewer? I don't use TikTok or I don't watch TikToks lives as a viewer, so I don't know how that works. But that is hilarious. I do get stats at the end, and I can see how many minutes the top viewers have watched during the previous week. I don't know if that's like a calendar day week or if it's the previous 7 days. And some of the accumulations do seem crazy. I'm like, 7 hours? 7 hours? That's crazy. What do I do for 7 hours? And I'm like, wait, I'm here doing this for more than 7 hours. That makes sense. Okay, fine. But everybody who has been here practicing consistency, putting in that dedication, that sweat, thank you. Thank you for being here. And I hope we can make a whole bunch of progress towards our side splits together. If not the full side splits, make a lot of progress in your hip mobility. So thank you for being here. And with that, I think it's time. Good night, good night, good night. I'm ready to wrap up. Goodbye. Closing the chat. And now, bye, Curtis. And same here on YouTube. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good evening.